please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic?
Captain's Log, Subdates 23.1124.3. We shall be able to get through this rather tight hole giggity by Tuesday, so while Bork destroys his heart with all the caffeine we put into him, I'm going to write a letter to Santa, asking for more NPC crew to harm. Hello everyone, welcome to This Week at X. Today we're going to start with a vitally important announcement from Mick Foley. Hello, this is Mick. To quote Popeye the Sailor, that's all I can stands cause I can't stands no more. I am grateful for all of you who followed me and for the opportunities this platform afforded me, but this is my last post on here. The account has since been deleted. Replies underneath. You'll work for a man who uses company money to cover up his extracurricular affairs as he cheats on his wife and objectifies women. You'll work the Attitude Era when women wrestlers were reduced to bra and panty matches. You'll work for a company that will mock and exploit mentally handicapped people with a character like Eugene. But Elon saying nothing racist is the last straw? Not even the original post was racist. What a joke. There's been a bit of an exodus of Twitter of late because of things Elon Musk has said. Sponsors have pulled out, and this has led to a reduction of some traffic to the platform X. However, X still holds the majority share over the likes of Facebook and Instagram, or the metaverse as a whole. I would include Threads there, but it's not that. Although I do have a Threads account, I post nice things like post. Now, since this post, Mick Foley has actually deactivated his Twitter account, so some people had surmised that perhaps much like a pro wrestler retiring, he'll be back at some point in the near future. Additionally, back in 2022, on the 25th of April, Mick Foley had tweeted, "I'll be giving some serious thought to leaving Twitter for good in the near future. I do not have a good feeling about where this platform is heading. It took more than a year for a decision to be made, I guess. I know people's morals and values change over time, but this one's interesting. Goodbye? Yeah, sure, goodbye, Mick Foley. Although if you do come back to X, I will be one of the very first people to mock you for it." So next, let's go to some TikTok trends that really should never have existed. While I can fully understand Shrek is love, Shrek is life, and I'm certain many people would love to have Shrek's onion gravy deep within them, the kissing trend thing filter, yeah, not a fan. I'm gonna play 2 videos. I'm not okay. No, this is the first video. The second one though, Boogie. Fam, if that's your kissing game, it is weak. I'm not gonna judge. Not gonna judge. You made out with Shrek. Enough, really, isn't it? Have I played this long enough now? Do you want to suffer some more? Would you like more of this? This is a trend that no. Also, I get how perhaps Boogie doesn't mind being the butt of many jokes. You're still getting mocked on the LolCal podcast. You might want to consider, I don't know, focusing on content creation in the best months of the year to pay your mortgage. How about that? That might do some good. Knuckle down and smash it. Make some bread. How about that? Next, let's have a little bait. Peter, UK. Turkeys don't want to be eaten. 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 And turkeys don't want to be eaten. This might be a Thanksgiving one. Reply. Without mashed potatoes, without cranberry sauce, without stuffing, without gravy, without pumpkin pie. This is their purpose. It is cruel to deny them their purpose. Peter, reply. Was your purpose to list the vegan Christmas shopping list? The UK part of their Twitter account is vitally important. Reply. Stuffing is not vegan. Peter, it usually is. What are you doing to stuffing? Reply. Proper stuffing is not vegan. You need to use the organ meat, especially liver, to get the best flavour, and eggs for a binder. And stuffing is cooked in the turkey for even better flavour. Also, gravy should be made from pan drippings and with broth from the organ meat. Which is quite right. It's absolutely marvellous and splendid. Yummy, nom 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 nom. And for the sake of it, since we British do not celebrate Thanksgiving, I find that the Peter tweet was intended as bait for Thanksgiving, but hid behind the UK aspect of their Twitter account to try and shift the holiday season to something more relevant to us. He put the tweet out on the 17th of November. Thanksgiving was the 23rd. You baited them and you found out. You son of a bitch. As it was Thanksgiving yesterday, may I wish all my American viewers a happy Thanksgiving belated. I hope you ate far too much food and are waddling through your shops right now, enjoying your body slamming other people to get to vitally important resources on Black Friday. A tweet that took my interest, one that shows actual change, and I want to show it because it has a video. I'm not the biggest fan of what Ethan Ralph has become. I'm really not, but a great demonstration of how bad he has become is in those that have left him or who have seen the light and shown that they are not what he made them to be, or tried to make them to be. Cog, my friend, tweeted Happy Thanksgiving, a retweet of TXT. Seems like Pantsu is actually working on becoming a better person, so good for her. And by becoming a better person, I don't mean starving yourself for a few months and thinking it's all that's required. Included is a 2-minute 35-second video where she speaks about what she is doing, with a few digs at Ethan Ralph at the same time. All of which, let's face it, are fully justified when his poisonous actions and inability to listen to any kind of reason has led him to a path where he is, well, he's going to be financially screwed if he isn't already, but he's definitely going to be financially screwed if he doesn't change course.
Hey everybody, happy Thanksgiving. I wrote a little Thanksgiving thing that I really wanted to share with everybody here. I'm thankful for my new job, an opportunity to grow my skills and earn more to support my family. I'm thankful for a safe space, for not being constantly at the front lines, living with a man at war with everything and everyone. I'm thankful even for my husband, for teaching me I was stronger than I could ever imagine, and for one last good memory together as a family, and for the peace, even if it came at a court mandate.
So next, let's go to a video from Sadiq Khan via his Twitter page. My message to Londoners. Whatever walk of life you come from, if you live in London, you're a Londoner. Hashtag London for everyone. That's an interesting statement on the face of it. I've seen a lot of videos of people who are Londoners, born and raised, multiple generations in fact, who are then shuttled and ferried out of London because the cost of living in London got so high they could no longer live where they grew up. Yet you are trying to push the message of diversity and inclusivity and welcoming for all. London to me is a placemat, nothing more. It's a location. It's a cesspool for intolerance, a cesspool for ignorance and abuse. It is a nasty place where courtesy is left at the border of the M25. If I had my way, I would do a Good Omens and turn the M25 into one large ring of fire, just so nobody could get in or out. London is not a nice place in the slightest, and being a Londoner is hardly a badge of honour regardless of where you come from in the world. If people come from other countries seeking a better life, they won't find themselves in London that often. Why? Because it's too expensive. You know this because you have presided over a vast cost of living increase. Your video is quite lengthy, so I'm just going to play the beginning bit that I think is most relevant to my point. So yes, I've quote mined and cherry picked. You're welcome.
Hello London. For whoever needs to hear it, London is for everyone. Whether you were born in Newham or Nigeria, Ealing or India, Richmond or Romania, or anywhere else in the world, if you live here, you're a Londoner, and this will always be your home. To many, London is a melting pot. To me, it's an incredible mosaic of different communities, all of whom make a massive contribution to the spirit and soul of our great city, making us far more than the sum of our parts.
I know a lot of people like to latch on to an old quote of his, part and parcel. I would point out to those who are thinking it's out of context. Please do not be that person, okay? He is not a very good mayor, nor has he been. His predecessor did a better job, and he stole his ideas from Ken Livingstone, who was the previous mayor's previous mayor. Yes, it goes back generations. Sadiq Khan has had finances given to him to build more properties. He hasn't done it. He virtue signals tolerance and inclusivity and cultural enrichment and all this other buzzy buzness. But the reality is, he's accomplished sod all for Londoners. Next, courtesy of Sophia Narwitz. STFU is harassment worthy of banning now? Really? Oh boy, gaming will never recover from opening its doors to grievance mongers. Apex Legends had tweeted EA is facing criticism after banning an Apex Legends player for typing STFU in game chat citing harassment rules. The player is banned from all EA games now. All of them are inaccessible, even the ones he purchased. Image confirming that. GameSpeak, shorthand acronyms, are part and parcel of being a video game player. If you can't handle that, go back to playing Animal Crossing or something that doesn't require you to interact with other players that might tell you suck at it. Might I recommend going back to the good old days, the Amiga 500 maybe, or play Sonic on the Mega Drive. It's a very good console. I have one still. It's glorious. Although if you do leave Sonic there too long, he will get quite impatient. EA require all players to agree to their positive play charter, which essentially governs respect, cheating, inappropriate content, and the lair. 4 tenets: treat others with respect, keep things fair, share clean content, and follow local laws. Firstly, treat others with respect. No other player should expect or demand it. The second, keep things fair. Define the word fair. The third, clean content. Bitch, your games are riddled with microtransactions. There's nothing clean about it. And follow local laws. So am I right to assume slide tackles are now out? Twats. While we're in the ballpark of gaming, let us finish with something I genuinely never believed I would ever say. I agree with Brianna Wu. Upstream Podcast had tweeted an image from Michael Schellenberger, who had tweeted, Greta Thunberg used to say her goal was to protect the planet from climate change, but she now admits it's to overthrow the whole capitalist system, which she says is responsible for imperialism, oppression, genocide, racist, oppressive extractionism. Doesn't Greta Thunberg have like a net worth of 2 million? Upstream Podcast had tweeted, insert any individual societal issue, and this is the trajectory of every single leftist. You start with a single issue, realize it's connected to other issues, and then realize they're caused by capitalism. This is where Brianna Wu comes into it. I don't mean any disrespect to her, but I've grown to believe this is a fundamental flaw in progressivism. I don't know why I fumble that word so often. We have a tendency to roll a bunch of related causes together in a way that makes them cultural war issues, rather than serious policy proposals. Democracy means coalitions, because many people don't seem to grasp what a false equivalence is. Clutching at straws to tie them all in knots, to pigeonhole because you need to lump it all into one thing so you can either label it or not tackle it. Because you know what it is, so you can now avoid it. That is the problem many within society have. Brianna Wu is quite right. This is a fundamental flaw in progressivism, and it does become quite a complicated subject. Once you start to attack or address individual issues, you accomplish more. When you fanny about and put it all into one thing, you don't solve it. You're just trying to find a way to make things more relatable to each other. That doesn't address the problem, it just allows you to have a platform to make it seem like you're more than you are or smarter than you are, when in reality, you are, and I say this so often, the equivalent to corporate America. Using all the big words to make it seem like you'll do something, but reality is you will accomplish nothing. You will drive into the middle of the road and you will sit there, thinking you have parked in the right spot. If Greta Thunberg has accomplished anything, that is for history to decide, and for you, of course, the lowly oikari, like myself. In this video, I'm not going to say, but I am allowed to criticize when somebody clearly is only interested in one thing, and it is not the original message. In this, when you blame capitalism, imperialism, oppression, genocide, racist, oppressive, extractionism, you are clearly only interested in one thing, and that is dunking on the white people. You could just lead with that, Greta. I'm sure it'll go down really well with your very white followers. And I can't believe in this video I said Brianna Wu is right. What have you done?